Hey, very good evening everyone and welcome to Wales. The inspiresport Centenary Shield 2022 is set for its final fixture. It's Wales versus Ireland. Winner takes all. The Centenary Shield is on the line tonight. Beautiful scenes here in Carnarvon. We are almost ready to go. Before we do though, let's hear from both of our national team coaches, John McShane and Mark. Okay, so John, it's that final game of the Centenary Shield. We're immensely looking forward to it. It's a brilliant game to finish the tournament on, mainly because it is a de facto final. Winner takes all. How much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. Really looking forward to it, as are the boys. It's, you know, we have to go and win the game, so I think that's the mindset we're bringing to this game. You know that a draw's not enough, so we're going out and we're looking for goals today.
Well, that's what we like to hear, of course. How impressed were you by your opposition minds last week when they took apart a very good England team, who you yourself played the week before? They looked mighty impressive, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they obviously won 4-1, but again, if England had beaten them, it still would have left it down to this game. You know, they still could have potentially beaten us. So England probably were a little bit deflated after our game. You know, it's they're obviously a very strong team, but to score 4 against them was really impressive. Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask as well, has the biggest challenge for you this week just been almost keeping the lads' feet on the ground and not letting them get too carried away with themselves? Because I'd imagine with a young group of lads like that, they're absolutely buzzing to get out there, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they are. They're buzzing to go, yeah. And I just keep reminding them that they're unbeaten in this tournament, you know, so we just want to keep going and focus on our job, and that's, you know, to win today.
And I know you've got 90 minutes ahead of you. I won't make to wish you jinx it, but what would it mean to your guys and yourself and indeed your country as well to win this tournament tonight, should it be the case?
You know, I think it would mean a lot to the players and ourselves, you know, and the parents and the families. I think it's a huge honour. It's some of these guys, it's their first cap, and to cap it off with a victory and lifting the trophy is memorable. It'll be amazing for them.
Well, I wish you all the very best, John. Good luck.
Cheers, thank you.
Mark, first of all, a very, very warm welcome and a good evening to you. Really, really looking forward to this. I can imagine there's been a fair amount of build-up in your squad this week to this one. A de facto final to end the Centenary Shield. How much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's a massive game, isn't it? You know, for both nations. We've not been in this position for a number of years now. You know, it's in our hands, as you'd say, but we've just got to stick to the game plan, you know, like we've done the last couple of games against England and Scotland. If the lads give the same effort, you know, same desire, then hopefully we can come away with a win which will see us lift the shield.
Mark, next question obviously relates to the magnitude of this game. I'm sure there's been a big build-up this week. It's been decades since the Welsh Schools FA has won this title. What would it mean to yourself and plenty of people around you?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of hard work goes on behind the scenes, you know, staff, you know, the officers, you know, been involved for you know, some of them decades, you know, probably around when Wales won the last Centenary Shield. So, you know, yeah, you know, it's a privilege. You know, there's a lot of sacrifice that goes on, you know, from the staff, you know, the families, you know, and, you know, even the players and their families, you know, the travel they've got to do up and down the country. So, yeah, you know, it's been quite low key up until yesterday, till we, you know, met up again yesterday. But, you know, like I said, we've got to take heart and spirit from, you know, what we did against England last week, Scotland the week before, and we've just got to stick to our game plan. If we stick to that, then we should be okay. But I know, you know, Ireland, always a very, very difficult game. Every time I've played against them, I've not won. So hopefully, you know, there's a bit of history tonight can change, you know, on a 1 or 2 front. So, you know, we prepared well. We trained on it yesterday. You know, pitch is immaculate, fantastic venue. You know, I was brought up about 7 miles away, 10 minutes away from the ground, and you know, so hopefully, you know, I can win tonight and win the Centenary Shield. You know, my own locality.
It'd be a lovely story, I know. And in terms of the confidence in the team, obviously you've won away at Scotland, you've had that fantastic result last week against England as well, but this has all happened in the last couple of weeks. It almost felt like you can build a little bit of momentum coming into this game.
Yeah, we said to the players, when we met up a couple of weeks ago for the Scotland game, it's a bit like club football now. You come in, you train, you go away, you come back in, train, you play. So having the lads together, so often and so close together for a couple of weeks. The bonding's been fantastic. That trip up to Scotland and the coach made a huge difference. Especially after we lost in Belfast. We didn't perform that badly in Belfast. Like I said a couple of times already, we didn't take our chances. Northern Ireland did in the game of football's win, in the penalty box, and we didn't take our chances. We've created a lot of chances. In the 3 games we've played, we managed to score 4 last week, 2 against Scotland, and hopefully we can get another 1 or 2 tonight.
Well, I wanted to ask you, does the fact that you have that slender advantage in the league position change how you approach the game tonight, or are you just telling the boys to go out and win, not to worry about it?
Yeah, we can't just sit back and play for a draw. We know how dangerous the Republic of Ireland are. We just got to do exactly what we've been doing, the last couple of games. Take the game to the opposition. Hopefully play a high press game. Go all out attack, and sometimes attack is the best form of defence. And we're not going to change that tonight because it's paid dividends for the last couple of games.
Yeah, it certainly has. I'm sure Josh Williams hasn't stopped telling the lads all about that hat trick. He'll be hoping for another one tonight, I'm sure. Look, Mark, best of luck, mate.
Cheers, thanks.
Never ever disappoints this land of our fathers. Wonderful atmosphere being produced here at Carnarvon Town. We are almost ready to go. It's not the Centenary Shield final, but it might as well be. Winner takes it all between Wales and Ireland. This is how the league table stands. Winner of this match will not be caught. This is the final match of the Centenary Shield, but as you might have heard from coach Mark Lloyd-Williams, a draw would be enough for Wales. They essentially start a goal up. Here's what's happened before. There's been some mixed results for both teams. Northern Ireland getting a 3-0 win all the way back at the start of the competition against Wales, but since then Wales have had to wait a while to get back into things, but successive wins over Scotland and then England so impressively have brought them to the top of the table. They've been absolutely superb in the last couple of weeks in particular. Outstanding last week in that 4-1 win over England. As for the Republic, they've been excellent too. They've been rock solid. That's been the formation of their performances. 2-1 victory against Scotland and then successive draws. First at home to Northern Ireland, secured with a last-second equaliser from Leon Ayinde. And England drew Republic of Ireland at Eastleigh a couple of weeks ago. This is how the Welsh team lines up. Ifan Nott is a very, very talented goalkeeper. They've got James Dolman at right back, Harvey Singh at left back, Louis Holden and Harrison Page are the 2 central defenders. Kyo Evans will sit and hold. Josh Williams, the hat-trick scorer against England last week, he'll play in the centre of midfield alongside Gabe Kirkhoff. and offer plenty of support to Josh Stanley Williams up front. Jake Morris and Rowan Piper are the two wingers. Josh Stanley Williams plays for the same club, goes to the same college, plays for the same nation as his namesake, but he goes by Stan Williams. For Ireland, it's a fairly consecutive team really for John McShane. Not too many changes all the way through the Centenary Shield. Rhys Byrne is the goalkeeper, a back four of Cruz, O'Donovan, Clancy coming in for the injured O'Brien and Michael Keys. Ty Walsh will sit at the number 6 position with Leon Ainde and Michael McCullough flanking him. Zach Dunn and Michael Raggett will play on the wings, and up front is the number 9, Lennon Gill. A superb performance Lennon put in against England at Eastleigh a couple of weeks ago. He'll be hoping to do exactly that. These are the two benches. Do keep an eye on number 6, Griffith Ellis. He was a very, very late call-up for Wales for the injured Ty Duggan. Almost ready to go. Referee is John Jones, assisted by Andy Harris and Connor Fowler. Really excited to get going for this, and I dare say all of the players are as well. And if you haven't been watching the Centenary Shield, do not be too fooled. Wales are in green, they play in green, the Welsh schools, and they, Ireland therefore, are in their change kit of white. It's Wales who get us underway and immediately look to launch an attack down the far side with the long ball out from Kyle Evans. And Ross throw. Headed home for the first touch of the ball for Rhys Byrne, exceptional young goalkeeper. Had a really, really good Centenary Shield as Rhys Byrne. Leon Ainde had a really, really good first half against England at Eastleigh a couple of weeks ago. Was attempted to be centred by Michael Raggett, wants a corner, and the corner is the decision. So first the game does go to the Republic.
Get ready. Hey, switch on. Get ready.
To Michael McCullough to take the corner. He's got a very, very nice left foot on him as McCullough. McCullough sent in half a punch away from Irfan. Not the most convincing goalkeeping you'll ever see. No foul given on the far side, despite the protestations of violence. It'll be a Welsh ball. Both the Irish and Welsh players there miss it, but then Wales can scoop it up. Dink forward from Kyle Evans. It's fairly simple for Ireland to deal with. First touch of the ball for Aidan Clancy. He was in from the start in place of the injured Charlie O'Brien. He's missing with a hamstring. That will be another Irish ball. Michael Keys with a throw in. That's a nice one sent forward for Ireland. Zach Dunn, who pulls it across. Could be a chance for Raggett. Oh, and very nearly an own goal there. Dangerous moments for Wales. Okay, so John, it's that final game in Centenary Shield. We're immensely... Michael Raggett, who created a little bit of danger. In fact, Louis Holden almost turned into his own net. Dangerous customer is Michael Raggett. He's got plenty of goals at youth level. Playing with Shamrock Rovers under-19s. Corner swung into the near post. Another really dangerous ball in from Michael McCullough.
Harrison, Louis, the side! Harrison, get in front of him!
Sent long. Check on, there's a good one from Lennon Gill. Keeper's come a long, long way here. He's not going to get there if and not. Oh, he's done really, really well to recover it. Big, big chance there. And taking short to end it. Johnny Donovan can hold possession for the Republic. Keys goes forwards. Now McCullough. Both keepers experiencing a little bit of vertigo here with how high up the pitch they're getting. Just looking ball into the middle, ready to pick out Rowan Piper. All the way through to Reese Byrne. And Clancy for Michael Keys. Foul by McCullough. There is the moment earlier where goalkeeper came all the way out, did he, Van Not? And he almost defends that like a fullback would. Sent forward by the Welsh skipper Josh Williams, who's arguably been one of the players, well, I'm sure it is arguable, been one of the best players in this Centenary Shield. If and not once again is on the run, this time very strongly and effectively. Big one in the air by Ian Clancy. Michael Keys skips by the challenge of Rowan Piper, which flew in at him. The challenge is flying in, but no, really softly giving it away through Kieran Cruz. Shot will come in from the far sides. It's Jake Morris with the strike. Fairly comfortable save for Reese Byrne in the Ireland goal. Mando sticks his body in there as well. Really did play well at Eastleigh, did Leonie. They was really impressed with him in that first half, which the Republic of Ireland dominated. Lennon Gill, who scored a really, really nice goal to put the Republic ahead. We'll eventually pegged back late in the second half. Nicely done by Raggett. Will Dink over the ball looking for Lennon Gill again. Irfan Not is on the run. He's played more out of his box than in it so far in this game, Irfan Not. Keys with the cross. A little bit too much on it. Raggett. Ironday going to take the shot on from range. Decent hit too. Not was fairly comfortable, I think, that it was going wide. Boomed long. Nearly knocking out one of the Carnarvon Seagulls, I think. Lovely part of the world here in North West Wales. Lovely evening for it as well. And what it would mean to a Welsh team and a Welsh association who is over 40 years without the Centenary Shields. They last won this competition in 1981. Long, long time ago. Raggett. Teed back, Ainde's got a bit of room. Just all closed in on him quite quickly. Keys can spread the play back out with John O'Donovan. Gorgeous ball that from O'Donovan, in down the run. He's got Keys coming up inside of him. Cross comes in low and just wide. It was Michael Raggett at the front post, very nearly the game's opening goal. Ireland looking very, very dangerous here in the early moments. Brilliant work from Inde after a brilliant pass from John O'Donovan. Michael Raggett may well feel he should have scored. Good work from Inde at the heart of things. Launched forward from Irfan Not. Moved back by Keys. Gill underneath it, goes for the flick on looking for Raggett. Not the best defending ever. And Michael Raggett with the chance. It's a really good save from Not. Ireland are knocking at the door. Wales haven't settled into this game yet. An early chance for Michael Raggett. Doesn't usually need more than one. Louis Holden caught out. I do apologise if you're hearing any rather fruitful language on Thursday evening coming through one of the microphones. tensions and passions running high. Flick on by Gill, straight out for a Wales throw. Boomed up and out. Might even be out the stadium. Not that far in the end. As Keys will take the throw. Colours come and get it. Kyle Evans was never going to turn down a chance to slide in for the challenge there. Forward by Piper. Wales will do well just to get a touch on the ball, really. Will start to do things, holding forward. It's not sticking with Wales, and now Ireland can look to get forward with Ayinde. Options right and left. Looks for Zach Dunn. Scything challenge just outside the area. Not by much, mind. Great dart by Zach Dunn. It was a rather late challenge from James Dolman. Great position for a free kick, this. Good chance for the Republic of Ireland. Colour to take it. You can see the slope of the pitch there in the in that shot quite beautifully. Plenty of movement from McCullough. Goes in low, comfortable clearance. No foul. And Ireland can send it forward again. McCullough underneath it. Did well, he was strong. Takes on Dolman. Ball sent in by Cruz. Break here for Gill. Flips it over his own head. Goalkeeper makes a fairly routine save in the end. And another injury here. It's Rowan Piper who's down. This was an off-the-ball incident, or at least it was an off-the-ball going down for an injury for Rowan. I didn't really see what the problem was. Hopefully he'll be okay to continue. He came on as a substitute last week against England. Rowan Piper was very effective. There's been plenty of these Wales players, mind. So we are ready to get back underway. Knott's booming kick. Williams can send it forward. And now a chance for Wales to break through. Ireland defend it well. It just opened up for a half second for Jake Morris. No surprise to see Josh Williams at the heart of that. Even on the second balls, the first time pass forward, that was accurate. kick has been given for an offside, I believe. Notts come to take this free kick a long way from home. Clancy with the header away. Climbing there is Josh Stanley Williams. It's a loose one from the Ireland defenders. And that'll be a Welsh ball. Dolman potentially looking for a long throw here, I think. In towards Kirkhoff, Josh Williams just sends it up. Easy claim for Rhys Byrne. And look to get Ireland on the move. Forward comes Michael Keys. Swings it into the North West Wales sunshine. To be repelled by that Welsh defence. Building forward, looking for Josh Stanley Williams. A little clip there on John O'Donovan. It is an Ireland free kick. Big win in the air for Clancy, and it was a big win in the air. Beat off the challenge of Josh Stanley Williams. Clancy looking to hit the long diagonal. McCullough wins the second ball. Might do again here. Does well. Ireland will look to try and get it on the deck and play through their midfield. They did that really, really well against England the last time we saw them. Wales are a touch more direct, but they're very, very effective while doing it. That's a loose one from Byrne. Cuts out by Piper. Joshua Stanley Williams is offside. His own day, looking to turn out. That's nicely played for Keys. Short space to move into. Oh, and I tell you what, Michael Raggett had a chance there. If he'd have just gambled on the loose touch, he'd have been in behind. Yeah, well by O'Donovan. Williams' pass is cut out. It's Gill trying to turn it around the corner to Dunn, who gets away from his marker and wins a free kick as well. Here's Dunn. Turning his Tyg Walsh. She's not had a huge amount of time to get into this game yet. His influence grows, and so will the Republic of Ireland's. Clancy looking over the top. It's a lovely looking ball for Zach Dunn. Sent into the middle. Chance for McCullough, bundled off the ball. Play continues. It's a good win back there for Josh Williams, the Welsh skipper, doing his duty in his own box. Did all the damage in the opposition's last week against England, and this time Wales in the free kick. Williams just stepping across McCullough, edging him out of it. No protest either. And Michael McCullough. Flighted in by Williams. Ireland more than happy to let that one just sail out. Well, by 25 minutes, and it's been, I think, as tight and tense as many of us thought it would be. Not a huge amount between the teams. Ireland probably started the more assured. Wales were a little bit tentative in the early minutes. And Ireland had a couple of half chances in that first 10 in particular. They do look dangerous when they come forward, do Ireland. Here's Lennon Gill. Wales can cut that out. Josh Williams can turn it forward. Yeah, Clancy's got loads of time here. Clancy again looking to hit that big long diagonal, and once again Irfan Knott is swiftly out to go and meet it. Ireland throw. Sent in, and Irfan Knott claims. A reminder, Wales do not have to win this game. A draw would be enough for their first Centenary Shield in 41 years. Republic of Ireland have a far more recent history with it. They won this competition in 2018. They must win to win the Shield. Clancy forward. Again, Irfan Knott has to sprint out of his goal to come meet it. Offside flag is up against Lennon Gill in the end. Well, he's had a pretty eventful evening so far as Irfan Knott. I'd probably say he's had more touches of the ball as a keeper, 30 yards from his goal, than he has inside his 6-yard box. Not long into the sky. And he'll go all the way through to his opposite number, Rhys Byrne. O'Donovan across here to Michael Keys. Showed a little bit too much of that to Harvey Singh. Clancy runs into trouble. And now Kirchhoff has support arriving to his right. That's Williams over the bar. And that's the danger. Josh Williams, a super striker. Call him a striker, he's a central midfield player, but when he's in these positions, he's a striker. He's got a fantastic knack for being in the right position. He's a brilliant finisher as well. Shot comes in, comfortably dealt with by Rhys Byrne. Tyg Walsh to help get it away for Ireland. McCullough back in there to straight on Josh Williams, and then Kyle Evans. Dolman. McCullough stabs into the tackle, looks to try and get it again. Wales do well to keep the ball. Little turn in there from Morris. Kirkhoff into Williams' feet. I think it just bobbled over the attempted pass from Joshua Stanley Williams. Long from Byrne. And Raggett won't get on the end of that.
Harvey, keep going.
Kirkhoff over the top. Joshua Stanley Williams maybe in behind, but Clancy was recovering nicely. Potentially a shot for Jake Morris. Jake Morris was strong, but on that occasion, Michael Keys was the stronger. Goal kick. Both lads have a little bit of a smile on their face, enjoying the battle out there at the moment in the late April sunshine. Lovely, lovely evening for it. It's Wales ball. Kirkhoff hammered away by Clancy. Wales have grown into this game in the last 10 minutes or so. Oh, now then. Referee's got a decision to make. Wales absolutely furious. I think it's Gabe Kirkhoff trying to bully his way through there. And he very nearly did. Taylor Clancy was in a little bit of trouble. Let's have another watch of this. Wasn't the greatest defending, it was O'Donovan actually. I tell you what, that looks to me all day like a free kick. Gave Kirkhoff a little bit unlucky. Kirkhoff attempting to turn with Morris, and he pulls Michael Keys back. Simple Irish free kick. Clancy forward. First the second ball is Kyle Evans. Immediately looks to Joshua Stanley Williams on to chase. It was all over the back of John O'Donovan. Again, a fairly simple decision to give that free kick. And honestly, would have thought it was a fairly simple decision to give the free kick in Wales' favour on the edge a couple of minutes ago. Referee wants to have a word. And Joshua Stanley Williams, and it's Kieran Cruz over there also. John Jones laying down the law. That's nicely done by Zach Dunn, but flags up. Ball had already gone out for a Wales throw. Dolman sends it forward. Comfortable win for Tyg Walsh. This will work its way all the way through back to Reesburn. Ayende. Keys wins his team the throw. Ayende just knocks it over the top again here, Van Not. Oh, it's like watching a young Manuel Neuer out there for Wales tonight. Playing the sweeper keeper role is Van Not. It's helping Wales push high at the pitch. Easy stripped. So you can hear what the Welsh bench think about it. John Jones is just going to stop the shenanigans, really. Burn testing in behind Dom. He just gets it out. It's landed in someone's back garden by the looks of it. Special delivery. New balls, please. Cruz with the throw. Cross comes in right under Nott's goal. And it's a good bit of keeping from Van Not. Well, the first time he's touched in his area for about 20 minutes. So plenty of touch without a goal. London plays his football at Carmarthen Town. And there goes home. Attempting to play out in the back, and done so pretty well here with Cruz. Ball down the line is a good one to Zach Dunn. With Lennon Gill in the middle. Plenty of support. Also now, that's a little bit sloppy, looking to set up Michael McCullough there. Played that blind. Now Wales can look to counter. Great switch of play with a good ball for Jake Morris. Looks for the return. She's not going to get there though. Another good ball, long from Ireland with Lennon Gill now. Shot's going to come in. Knott was well enough behind it, didn't get the first block, but positioning was good. That's another Welsh foul. They're a physical team, Wales. We saw that last week in their match against England. They don't just reserve that sort of aggression for the English, they play every game like that. There's a crowd in here at the Oval. Carnarvon to be watching it. Last week as well at Bristol Ferry, Llansewl. Is that done for Ireland? Looking for a little bit of room to turn. Cross is sent in early, played by Holden, only as far as Ayinde. Wales clear their lines. Another apology there, folks, if you're catching any of the colourful language from down below us. Forward comes Aina Clancy. It's a good burst from Clancy. Lennon Gill looking to release Michael Raggett. Again, Irfan Knott was quickly out. Those three balls have to be absolutely on the money for Ireland, because Irfan Knott is so quick out of his goal. It feels like his starting position's on the edge of the box too. Donovan forward, and I think he was caught late there. In fact, yeah, he was. Ball was sent forward, and you can tell how late that challenge was as the yellow card comes out, I think, for Joshua Stanley Williams. You can tell how late the challenge was, is that our camera had already gone. That was how late the tackle came in on John O'Donovan. Another look at it. It was late. Burnwell kick long for Ireland. Wayward. Joshua Stanley Williams goes into the book. That is his namesake, Josh Williams. Joshua James, to be precise. So at the start of the match, two players, same college, same club, exactly the same name. You've got to have some way to tell them apart. I told Joshua Stanley Williams, his teammates mostly call him Stan. Has to get it away. It's not the most authoritative clearance you ever see, but it reaches Ayinde and he can look to turn. It's nice from Zach Dunn. Lennon Gill into the path of Ayinde on the run. Good defending from Dolman. Really good defending. And again, I think that's ended up in someone's back garden. Another replacement ball required. Done. It's a useful ball into Lennon Gill, looking to turn, get the shot away. It was a decent effort from Lennon Gill, a little bit more like it. He was lively in the first 15 minutes, not seen a huge amount of him since. That was a little bit more like it from the Ireland number 9, captain tonight. He was absolutely superb in that first half, in particular against England. Constant threat down the left. The thinking from John McShane and co was just save his legs a little bit by playing him through the middle. Just constantly up and down that left side in the first half against England at Eastleigh. I do think it probably took its toll as the game wore on. Here's Tyke Walsh. Dunn can turn. Oh, lovely. Still going, Zach Dunn. Tackle comes in, it was a good one. Had to win that, did Kyo Evans, and did. McCullough then with the corner as we approach the half-time mark. Sent in towards Clancy. Header in the end, I think, came from Walsh. And Irfan Knott dealt with it pretty well. Definitely been the busier of the two keepers, Irfan Knott. He's had a lot of touches without being ankle severely tested. It's nice from Walsh. Keys from McCullough. Nancy forwards and repelled. Lennon Gill will find Dunn. It's the feet of Ayinde, bursting into the box, and an important bit of defending from Harrison Page. Ayinde's look lively. It'll be he who takes the corner. So 2 minutes has been added at the end of this first half. Ayinde's corner header is deflected and a comfortable catch for Knott. Stanley Williams rather theatrically falls to the deck, but does get the free kick. And this is in prime Josh Williams territory this. He's got a cracking free kick last week against England. He'll fancy a little bit of this, all right. You can see the Wales skipper is instantly gone and retrieve the ball and set this up for a shot on goal. Gabe Kirchhoff will also be interested. He hit a cracker from the other side of the pitch in the first half against England, which rattled off the crossbar. Try taking this one off Josh Williams. It is Williams, deflected. Well, it wasn't all the way through in the end. Goal kick. And a Gill helps on to McCullough. Oh, lovely feet in there from Tig Walsh. Squeezes the cross in, header from Michael Raggett. Just had a little bit too much to do. Goal kick.
Louis.
It was a good one from Cruz. Raggett tries to help it through to McCullough. Now Lennon Gill. Wales get it clear, and that will do it for the first half. Well, as it stands, Wales are going to be Centenary Shield champions. Ireland need to offer that little bit more. It is they who need to win, and at the minute, they are not. So Wales, who started the night at the top of the tree, at the minute are staying there. Still plenty to play for in the second half, mind, in around about 15 minutes time. Half time here in Carnarvon. It's Wales 0, Ireland 0. It was Ireland who started the better. First 15 minutes they were lively. Wales started a little bit flat-footed. That was Louis Holden almost turning into his own net in about the second or third minute this was. Great work from Michael Raggett. as Wales almost caught cold right at the start of the game. But they did see a decent amount of action down this near side in particular, did Ireland, but how about that for confidence from Irfan Not? He spent a lot of time in the first half, almost as a fly goalkeeper really. He was very keen to come out and get involved, and he was very effective in doing so as well. This was another decent Ireland chance, flashed across the face of Mayinde, and then Michael Raggett didn't get anywhere near the contact on it that he would have liked to. Decent chance if Raggett had been able to get a clean volley on it. He knows he should have done better. It was a decent save from Irfan Not. Raggett's clearest sight of goal really in the entire first half. Kind of shoved out of it there by Josh Williams, and pressed again. And it was at this point really that Wales just started to grow into the match and started directing traffic a little bit the other way. Nothing huge in terms of chances. This was one of their best efforts really from Josh Williams. It was a long way over for about 20 yards. Gabe Kirchhoff also thought he was through. Looked for all the worlds as if he was fouled there by John O'Donovan. Referee judged not to, and that is really about it. It's been tightly contested. Wales for sure will be the happier side. It's half-time here in Carnarvon. At the Oval, it is 0-0. In the half-time break, we've got some highlights from you, for you rather, from earlier on in the competition. This is action from Annan, where Scotland took on Wales.
Good evening from Gallabag, the home of Annan Athletic, and tonight the home of Scotland schoolboys as they take on Wales in the Centenary Shield. Billy Klimanik pulls the ball back. It's good to see Craig Johnson giving his other goalkeeper a chance. Liam Russell's had some stunning saves in the competition, but you don't want to sit on the bench for all 4 games.
No, I think this is as much about experience as anything for these players. It's something they can take back to their clubs, and whatever they end up doing in football, benefit from it. And like you say, if you sat on the bench the whole time, it wouldn't be fun.
Here's Gibson, fires it across, and it's Ben Lamont who almost gets on the end of that. Well, Lewis Gibson's had a good tournament so far, works well down that left-hand side and caused the problems.
That was really, really good feet from Gibson there. You see the way he sets him up and then takes him down the line, and to put in the cross as well. So often you don't get the final product, but that was really good.
In towards Allen. It's a little bit high, can fall to the edge there. It's a great goal, it's a terrific hit. Josh Williams. Well, Scotland didn't get the header away, straight down the middle, and that's a terrific finish from Josh Williams. Scotland 0, Wales 1.
Yeah, that's a sore one from the take, but I think you could see it was coming. I don't know if they've done everything terribly wrong there. It's not the best header. There's maybe somebody not on the edge of the box to block him. Every coach will always find something to complain about. But really, yeah, I think somebody has to pick him up on the edge of the box. That's the issue. The header's not bad. He's got height and distance on it. You just need someone picking up those guys at the edge of the box. Not sure what Scotland are doing in terms of... It just looks like man marking. Just get stuck onto your guy and don't let him get a free jump.
They almost did. And just header at the back post came in there. And Scotland again just finding themselves stretched a little bit. And again, it's the man we've just been talking about, Gabe Kirchhoff, who was there at the back stick, to come across for the corner. Gibson goes down, that's a free kick. And the opportunity for Scotland to get the set play. That's young Lewis Gibson. His dad Willie is currently the boss of Queen of the South, a fine player as well. I'd be pleased to see his son win this if he's got here from training. Queen of the South play tomorrow night, so they were training in Hamilton, and Willie was trying to get down here in time.
If he's not here, he'll be watching it on the iPlayer surely. But again, you've seen another example of Scotland's wide players, ball players, have the ability to cause these guys real trouble.
Scotland swing it in, to Rise, breaks at the back post for Watt, but it's behind. Stephen, getting the freedom of Annan there, but he plays it inside. Now the position is Josh Williams. Gets in here. This could open up for Williams again. He's away from Klimanik. It's been pushed wide. Jay Burns is there. David gets the shots deflected. The goalkeeper can't get there. It was trapped between the legs, and Lorimer will slash the ball away. And Wales coming close to a second. They'll push again. Dolman. The free kick, just too much attention there from Lewis Gibson.
That all comes from Josh Williams just reading things very well. There's some things you can't teach a player, but to make the interception to set up that attack.
Well, the save from the goalkeeper almost fell the way of Cameron Allen.
He kind of had the ball stuck between his feet there on the ground.
So here's Josh Williams. Teasing ball, goalkeeper just realising it's going to go too far, just caught a little bit too much of that.
Yeah, I think although these guys don't play together all that often, good players learn to communicate with each other. You'll often find that the best players on the park are the best talkers.
Here's Dafford, brings the ball down, up against Stephen. Evans calls for it. Evans back to Dafford. Inside it comes on to Williams. Williams, well, he's already hit one. Spectacular effort. And there's another from the edge of the area, drilled that across, just up and over the top.
Really impressed with Williams, not just for what he can do there, but the defensive work he's done, closing all the gaps and giving Scotland very little space. And he's also got that in his locker, which is you know, a fantastic thing for any footballer to have, the ability to shoot from there and really test the goalkeeper. Good ball.
Lovely ball forward, picked up well. Gibson, he's going for the spectacular, and why not? Well, he scored a stunning goal against Northern Ireland. He spotted it. Ivan Knott was off his line. Goalkeeper, to his credit, got back, but that was a lovely piece of skill.
That was a lovely attempt at a finish. The whole move was very nice, actually. You see Lamont winning the ball, laying it off to the full-back, and then making the decoy run.
Holden, but Scotland will pick up. Here's Gibson released. Needs players in the box. Beagley is inside the area. Scotland now 3 inside the box. That was decent defending initially, but he comes back again. Gibson came to Watt. Should be pulled back to the edge of the area to Lorimer. It's a great chase down by Josh Williams. And here is Gavin Hamilton. Into the middle it goes. Allen holds up for Wales. Although Scotland have got a chance here. Going through. Here's Ben Lamont. Always good piece of play from Ben Lamont to create the chance, John. He couldn't find the finish he needed.
He has looked the most likely player, I think, for Scotland. I think we were chatting about it at half time. Sometimes players will just take the game by the scruff of the neck. He looks as if he's got the capability of doing that, but you don't want to see this one back because that's just not a good finish at all.
Corner again, driven in, and it's Allen. It's a good save by the Scottish goalkeeper, and he'll get there again. Matthew Wallace. Harry Stephen being encouraged by his goalkeeper to win it. He did so, but it's just fallen out wide, and here's the low shot, just wide from Jake Morris. And another good position, Morris coming through. It went from Risky United. Gets the start tonight, having come off the bench in the last match, and he was in well.
And that's the value of Kirkhoff again. He doesn't win the header, but he puts off Stevens enough that the ball is going to drop to one of his teammates.
It's rugby country as well. The Dragons play down there on that ground, and I saw a Dragons jacket earlier on. Riley, great control, has a man on the overlap. Riley steps inside, did everything he could apart from the end product. You can just see the selfish side there of Shea Riley's game. It opened up for him, but was also running away from him.
After that touch, taking the ball out of the sky, there was no way he was giving it to the man on the overlap.
I'm just wondering, John, if Mark Williams is just a little bit concerned his side haven't found the second goal to put Scotland away. As they're trying to find it there, and they have it! Right on cue, Josh Williams makes it 2-0. They've had play, they've had pressure, and they now get a crucial second goal, and it's the second of the evening for Josh Williams.
That is the reverse curse of the commentator there, is it? Prophetic. Yeah, it's no surprise it's Josh Williams again, is it? He's just been such a good player, so dynamic, so direct when he gets the ball, and there he is again. He doesn't do anything fancy. It's, you know, little drop of the shoulder, create the space, really nice slow finish. Wales had just dropped out of it.
It certainly came off the arm, but just played onto him. Here's Riley for Scotland. Riley will settle for the corner.
I think we're in a phase of the game now where the coaches, their club coaches, will learn a lot about these players, and the national team coaches as well. They will look at them and see which ones of the Wales players are good enough to hold on to this and see it out, which ones of the Scottish players' heads don't go down.
Corner in, and taken by the goalkeeper. Wales just happy to stroll and hold on near the halfway line as the full-time whistle goes here in the inspiresport Centenary Shield at Galabank and Annan, the home of Annan Athletic. It's a double for Wales. Josh Williams, he made the difference this evening on the score sheet as Wales notched the first points of the campaign, and Scotland end with 1 win from 4 games, and they will finish on 3 points. There'll be much that Craig Johnson and this squad will take from the performances. It does end in disappointment and defeat, but for Wales, well, a lot ahead in this tournament still. Good handshakes between both teams. It was played in good spirit, just a couple of yellow cards, but you can see the obvious delight of these Welsh players.
All right, what a setting this is for football. Lovely, lovely ground is the Oval in Carnarvon. And we are not too far away from getting back underway. It's about as close as these two could be to a neutral venue. We are not very far from the Irish Sea at all. Those seagulls that you can hear overhead are in from there. And as the crow flies, not very far away from Dublin. Really looking forward to getting back going. I'll tell you, there's been a substitution at the start of the second half as well. It's Harrison Page who's been replaced. Not too sure who has come on for it. I think it's Daniel Scoocart. Confirm that for you in a moment. Back underway. It is Ireland playing in the white against Wales in their home kit of green. And remember, you saw the league table just a moment ago before we came back to you. If Wales win or draw, They are Centenary Shield champions. Ireland, a point behind in the league standings, must win. Wales secure the title. It'll be the first time in 41 years that they have lifted the Centenary Shields. The second change has been made for Wales as well. I'll tell you, Jasper Payne there just chasing that forward ball. Has come on for Joshua Stanley Williams. Not the best of halves for Williams, who's involved in a booking and just struggled to really make anything going against this Ireland defence, which is very good. Change made though at half time to try and get a little bit more going back the other way. Throw into Ireland, right in the corner. And a chance and a free kick, but it goes against Ireland. Wales with the chance to clear their lines. Plenty warming up in Wales green. Caught a glimpse there of Tyrone Cadeau, came on to really good effect against England last week. Lloyd Williams has plenty at his disposal off the bench tonight. Ireland on the ball with Rhys Byrne. Zach Dunn was fouled. Might see a little bit more of this as the half wears on from Wales in particular. Spoke to Mark Lloyd Williams rather before the start of today's game and did say that Wales are absolutely focused on the win. You can't come into a game playing for the draw. At this stage, just can't help but think it's got to play in the mind a little bit. If things stay as they are, Wales are champions. Wales approach this basically as a 1-0 lead. Cruise away. And finds a way out. Cruise the long ball forward, looking for Lennon Gill. Lovely touch from Piper. Squeezes it through to Payne. He's dispossessed, and McCulloch can look to get Ireland moving. Raggett has a bit of pace. Look to open his legs up here. Lovely overlap from Michael Keys. Tackle was a good one, and Wales get it away. Wales dispossessed, Kirkhoff away. Jasper Payne, a willing runner. Wales throw. Clancy hooks clear. A scrappy start to the second half. Bruce takes no chances. Just finds Zach done too. Just a little bit panicky in possession. A bit better for my in-date. He can get forward towards Gill, but Wales can again smash it away. In-date. Cruz left it for each other. Wales go in here, and advantage isn't going to be played. It was a late challenge in there. I think it was from Zach Dunn, who, in fact, it was Kieran Cruz who left one in on Wales, and Rowan Piper. Oh, I say Rowan Piper, actually, it's James Dolman who's down. Just a word from the referee, John Jones. See there that Cruz didn't particularly love the tackle from Wales a moment ago, which made sure that Dolman was brought down. Josh Williams angles one in. Header across the face, real chance, and I tell you what, Reece Byrne had to be quickly out there. Thought it was just opening up for Wales. Lovely set piece. Two captains collide as Gill and Williams go toe to toe. There's a lovely ball in to the back post. It was brave keeping from Byrne. Morris flew in at the back post to try and get something on it. One advantage as this game goes longer and longer for Wales is that if they do manage to find a goal, they really are in a strong position. Ireland can only win the Centenary Shield with a victory. They last won this competition in 2018. Far more recent champions than Wales. They've been waiting 41 years since their last title. It's an Ireland throw. Quickly taken to McCullough. Looking to find the angle. Doesn't quite, and it's an Ireland corner. So close Jake Morris came. McCullough swings it in. Lovely flicked header. And a really decent chance. It's another good chance from the set piece, this time for Republic of Ireland. McCullough with a lovely curling cross. It's Tig Walsh who gets up really well. Doesn't get enough on the header, really. Stay it. 0-0. McCullough. Beaten to it by Kyo Evans, who did really well. Jasper Payne can chase. And Clancy happy to let that one go. Raggett does enough to force an Irish throw. There's John O'Donovan for Ireland. Cruz can come forward with it. Clancy again looking for that long one in behind. Relatively fruitful for Aina Clancy at times in this match. Despite the protestations of Louis Holden, it's an Ireland corner. Michael McCullough will take it from down the slope. You can see there what a slope it is. Took a ball into the back post. Ty Walsh is up there again, but I think penalised for a couple of hands in the back. Plenty of vocal support from the two benches. Two coaches themselves, though, John and Mark, remaining relatively stoic. I'm sure there'll be plenty of nerves, especially for Mark. I'm 7 miles from here. Mean an awful lot to him if he is Wales manager. Win the first Centenary Shield in 40 years, pretty much on his own doorstep. That's tidy from Lennon Gill, and Ireland could be in. It's Michael Raggett in on the keeper. Big save. Irfan Knott with a very, very big stop. Lovely work from Lennon Gill. Fed in Michael Raggett. I'm not sure Ireland would have wanted anyone else on the end of this chance. Strong keeping. McCullough into the far post. Rising was O'Donovan. So break for Dunn. Quite able to find a route through, but it's another Irish corner. 5th of the match. This time will be Dunn to take it. Taken short. Loads of room here for Kieran Cruz. Swings it into the back post, free header, put underneath the crossbar, and Irfan Knott did well. I tell you what, you know, I think Lennon Gill's got a little bit more time. He can be a bit more accurate there with the header back across. That's a good chance for the Republic of Ireland. What a kick that is from Irfan Knott. Room behind here, Wales. Sent in towards Payne, and defending was Clancy. Great run from Jake Morris, causing problems. What a kick this is from Irfan Knott. Perfectly placed. Wales will be in no rush to take their set pieces. Pipe just lurking on that back post. Williams who swings it in. No one was anywhere near Rhys Byrne, and Ireland can look to counter through Zach Dunn. He's got Lennon Gill with him. Looking for the big switch towards Leon Ainde. An important header from James Dolman. Already with well over half an hour to go. That is including stoppage time. Wales just exhibiting a few little tricks. Might seem small at first, but little glimpses of small ways just to chew up that clock. They are desperate to hear that final whistle. Ainde hooks it forward. So too does Josh Williams. Keeper comes to play. Zach Dunn and Michael Raggett have switched wings for the time being. turning with loads of room is Tague Walsh. Kieran Cruz had a very loose first touch there, and forward come Wales with Rowan Piper. Now Jasper Payne, can he find a player in Welsh green? Stood up by Walsh, poor cross. Donovan will clear. Piper left one in on him. Position is Wales's. Kieran Cruz there, showing a yellow card. I can only imagine that's for a little bit of verbals. He wasn't involved in the altercation between Piper and O'Donovan. Sent long. Dunn will take the corner off of Josh Williams. He's starting to mount up for Ireland now. Dunn swings in the corner. Another half chance, you know, this time for Aina Clancy. Goal kick is the decision. Not a massive chance, but stage in the tournament, every sight of goal is an opportunity to be tournament defining. Will there be a goal tonight? Wales won't mind all that much if there isn't one. Corner to Wales to be taken by Williams. Piper making a nuisance of himself. Drilled in. Comfortable header away for O'Donovan.
John, get somebody. John, get somebody. John, get somebody. Come on. Anything off us, right? Hey, Dave, where's he going?
Dolman with the long throw. Some danger here. Piper looking for Williams, away by Clancy. Go all the way through to Reece Byrne. Here's Kieran Cruz for Ireland. Michael McCullough will win the throw. That's tidy. Jake Morris on the run. Get much further though. It's a lovely sprayed pass for Zach Dunn, who's at full flight here. Looks to get round the outside. And you heard the shout there from Josh Williams. That was his all day. The skipper sets the standard in this Welsh team. Flying tackle between Walsh and Evans. Neither of them were pulling out of that. Sent into the middle, and Irfan Knott is there again to quickly get Wales on their way once more with Harvey Singh. That's by Teg Walsh pretty easily. And wins the free kick as well, a little bit softly off Ena Clancy. Josh Williams again on set piece duty. 5 goals in the Centenary Shields. Top scorer. Sent in towards Skudhart. And that is well read by Rhys Byrne. And again, managed to get Ireland quickly on their way, but Linde is, well, repelled with interest.
Get us up, get us up, big as you can. Get us up,
Throw isn't the worst result for Wales here.
Get us up, Cruiser. Let's get up, Anna, get up, Anna, get up, Anna.
Evans back into the mixer. Rhys Byrne didn't watch it, and Wales have scored! Well, it's an extraordinary goal. Jake Morris with the goal that may well send Wales to their first Centenary Shield win in 41 years. And it's a horrible moment for Rhys Byrne. It's Wales 1, Ireland 0. And in a game where Wales just need to avoid defeat to win the trophy, they are almost there. In the craziest of circumstances, really. It's a horror moment for Rhys Byrne. Such a reliable keeper, has been all tournament. So your substitution for Ireland, it's Leon Ayende coming off. David Tarmy is thrust into the action. He's a bit more forward thinking. Might be a bit of a change in setup here for Ireland. Well, how a game can change in the blink of an eye. The oldest of football adages. It only takes a second to score a goal. Piper looking to throw it through for Payne. And Byrne was a little bit more assured on this occasion. Round the corner from Tarmy. Smashed away by Harvey Singh. Lovely first time touch from Cruz. This is done. Williams at his side, couldn't beat him. Oh, Rhys Byrne wants to see this again. And here is the goal once more. Just completely loses the flight of it. Not confident with the catch. And full credit to Jake Morris. He was alert, he was alive. Put the keeper under a little bit of pressure. And it trickles into the Ireland net. Irish defenders didn't much like that decision. Apologies if that one echoed through a few living rooms. Wales free kick.
John, right, John. Wait, give me one.
Reese-Byrne under a little bit of pressure again. You can just hear from behind that goal where there is a cluster of Welsh support. Absolutely inevitable they let him hear it every time a high ball goes up. He's a bag of nerves at the minute, and who can blame the young man? McCullough can spread the play. Aina Clancy. Another big diagonal hit. Dunn will keep this one in. Cruz into the middle. Will this break for Gill? Not quite. Harvey Singh should be able to run this out. Brilliant work from Harvey Singh. And wins the decision too. So it's another substitute in bounds here. Well, it's going to be the Irish keeper's being swapped out. Card's just been issued there. I think to one of the bench. Reese-Byrne replaced by Jack Ross. And it's, I mean, you've got to say for John McShane, it's a fairly ruthless decision, but he's in the business of winning this match in this tournament. And Reese-Byrne is a bag of nerves, and the young man's probably been withdrawn almost for his own good, you feel. Every time a high ball comes up, he does not look comfortable. I tell you what, nearly a horrible moment for Jack Ross's replacement. Plays for Shells in the League of Ireland, does Jack Ross. He's represented Ireland at under 15, under 16 and under 17 levels as well. Very able replacement. Put on by Kirkhoff and brought in by Clancy. So go all the way through. It won't. Dolman got in the way and doesn't really get much on the clearance. Gill can't squeeze his way through. Piper down the line. Payne on the run. Strong defending that by O'Donovan. Calmly done by Ross. McCullough. Shoot hard away. McCullough's done well there. Payne making a nuisance of himself. Clancy for company. Clancy was strong. Wins the goal kick. Wales 15 minutes away. Calm in possession. Can Ireland turn it around? It would be a famous victory from here if they can. O'Donovan. Schuhart all over the back of Tarmi, but play continues. Teg Walsh. Jonesy again looking for that diagonal over to Dunn. It's out by Dolman. Piper anywhere will do. Westbrook Payne will work O'Donovan all the way to the full-time whistle. And Raggett there coming back from an offside position. Play continues. Great burst from Moore, the goal scorer, and he wins his team a throw in key territory. Wales throw. Flick on is a good one. Teed back for Williams, and now for Piper. Can he seal it? Yes, he can. Rowan Piper seals the deal for Wales. The Centenary Shield is returning, and even Mark Lloyd-Williams is getting involved in the celebrations. That's what it means. Rowan Piper with his second goal in a week. Brilliant finish in the end. He did really well from this position, found a bit of room, and it goes under the Irish goalkeeper, Jack Ross. Wales are finishing the tournament in style. Well, if their first goal had an element of misfortune for Ireland about it, the second, all Wales' own work. A lovely move from the throw-in. Created the space, created the chance, and Rowan Piper applied the finish. Wales are almost there. After defeat to Northern Ireland 3-0 in their opening fixture of the Shields, not sure Wales would have expected to have been in this position. Schuhart away. And Wales are in again. Piper on the run once more. Looks to beat O'Donovan round the outside, and it's an important intervention from Walsh. Wales are feeling it. John Jones is just going to arrest the situation here in the 6-yard box, where there is plenty of toing and throwing. To make Jack Ross's life as difficult as possible. Fighted in by Williams. Wales, I think, have won another corner. They have. Wales flighted straight into the side netting from Josh Williams. Wales fans behind that goal are enjoying themselves. Why wouldn't they? On the brink of a famous win. Great defending from Harvey Singh. Mark Lloyd Williams told us at the start of the game he has never beaten Ireland as a coach. It looks like that's going to change. 7 miles from where he grew up, leading this Welsh side to Centenary Shield glory. And there may be more to celebrate as Wales go on the attack again with Piper. Ross launches long. Gill looking to get him behind. If I'm not, comes out. And as we saw predominantly in the first half, he's more than happy with doing that. Donovan forwards. Too easy. Kyle Evans forward. This will go all the way through to Jack Ross. Flags up on the far side. Offside is the decision. Oh, what a night for the boys in green. Usually what you'd say about Ireland, but it is Wales in the green tonight. And they have been excellent. Really solid, difficult to break down, and scored goals when they needed to seal the shields and get the job done. There's a little bit of sort of needless afters here. Sure, Rowan Piper will be absolutely fine. Substitute on the way. And it's Tyrone Cadeau coming in. And Rowan Piper, the goal scorer, is about to be replaced. And Rowan Piper going to savour the moment. It's Asheen Coleman who's coming in as well for Ireland. Kieran Cruz replaced by Asheen Coleman. Throw into Ireland. Michael Raggett over to take it. A man who's played a lot of hurling in his time. I think he's got a long throw on him. Not the best of clearances. Little break here for Michael McCullough. Ireland need 3 goals in the next 5 minutes plus stoppage time. It is looking longer and longer and longer. Rather aimlessly forward, and Irfan Knott will be absolutely fine with taking his time over this. So Sheen Coleman. It'll be a Wales throw. Ireland throw. Wales have only won the Centenary Shield 4 times in its near 50-year history. This is a memorable moment on its way. Raggett's cross away. The reliable defending of Louis Holden. Ireland's corner. McCullough sends in. And that's Wales's ball. What a moment it will be for Mark Lloyd-Williams. No doubt checking how long is left. He'll be counting down the seconds. You saw his celebrations after the second goal. What it means to Mark and these boys. It's tidily done from Tarmy. Shot well blocked. Raggett. McCullough steps away from trouble. Can you get him around the back? No. Flicked header from Lennon Gill. Clancy forward. It'll break here for Dunn. Saved by Irfan Knott. He's been rock solid in the Welsh goal. And ultimately, it's the contrast with that at the other end that has proved to be the difference tonight. Both goalkeepers will feel they could have done potentially more. Painful bit of cramp in there for, I think, Harvey Singh, that is down. Maybe one of these Wales lads has run their socks off. Wales prepare a couple more substitutions. Be Cheyenne Johnson prepared to come in. And also Grufford Ellis, big man from Carnarvon Town, called up at the last minute. The injured Ty Duggan. He comes on to replace Harvey Singh. His race is run following that cramp. And that shows us there will be 4 added minutes. One more change as well before we're out. That is Kyo Evans, Carnarvon Town man himself, who has had a very good game at the base of that Wales midfield. It's Johnson who comes on for him. Ireland corner with 4 minutes to go. If Van Not wasn't sure, scramble, it stays out. Just been that kind of night for Ireland. It's not happened for them. Probably just about the better side in the first half, but didn't make any of those early opportunities count. Could have been different. What ifs are always most prevalent after a game like this. And it was finally balanced on a knife edge. In that second half, it really could have fallen either way. And a big, big error in the Irish goal that Wales have won. It quickly became 2. Jake Morris and Rowan Piper, the heroes tonight. Josh Williams, the hero in those other 2 victories against Scotland and England. And Wales are almost home and hosed. That's tidy play from Griffith Ellis, his first touch, which was an impressive one. O'Donovan will try and play out. Instead just looks to find a gap behind the Wales defence. It hasn't been a consistent avenue for Ireland tonight. Had a bit of joy with it in the first half, but Wales have tightened up. Away from it all being confirmed. It's a Welsh ball. Wales have run themselves into the grounds. As they await their coronation. Flick on by Cadeau. Ireland concede the throw. Wales will be in no hurry to take this. Jasper Payne, James Dolman. And that is that. 41 years in the waiting for Wales, and at last they are Centenary Shield champions for the 5th time. Mark Lloyd-Williams, a moment of history for the man who grew up just miles from this very stadium. Wales on home soil will lift the Centenary Shield for 2022. Republic of Ireland came here with dreams of doing exactly that for themselves, but it wasn't to be for them tonight. Josh Williams, delighted and all smiles as he prepares to get his hands on the Centenary Shield trophy. What a moment for those young Welsh lads. And for the slightly older Welshman, Mark Lloyd-Williams, for whom this will feel every bit as special. Into the fans he goes, where no doubt there's some friends and family waiting. A lovely moment for Mark Lloyd-Williams, who's saluted by the supporters on that far side. The Carnarvon boy done good. Led his young team really well. A massive, massive victory for these youngsters who've made their own history tonight. This competition has not been won by a Welsh team in over 40 years. These youngsters were all born in this century. They have no idea what the 80s even were. Ancient history, and now they make some of their own. A night they'll never, ever forget. And they go to celebrate with the fans. And quite right too. Glorious scenes. And I dare say, raising some serious smiles across Wales. And maybe even some tears as well for the friends and family of these young lads. What a moment. So this is how the Centenary Shield finishes. Wales beaten by Northern Ireland away right at the start of the competition by 3-0. They had a lot of work to do. And in the end, they won their remaining 3 games. 2-0 away at Scotland, 4-1 at home to England. And here tonight by 2-0 when it mattered most against the Republic of Ireland. For all the time, all the many, many years that Mark Lloyd-Williams has been in this role. This will mean an awful lot. Well, this is how the Centenary Shield was won. Northern Ireland defeating Wales in the second match of the tournament. And at the start of the tournament, particularly after England beat Northern Ireland, it really was anybody's to go and win. And so it proved. England, remember, docked 6 points for that administration error. Not that it would have mattered in the end. Wales finishing on the 9 points. And that 4-1 win against England last weekend will live long in the memory for the Welsh team in particular. And we're not too far away from the presentations. That is the Centenary Shields. '50th anniversary of it next year. They won't quite be the 49th winners, Wales, because the 2 times it's not been contested. But for the 5th time in their history, it's Wales who lift the Centenary Shields. For the first time in 41 years. Josh Williams, the Welsh skipper, hoists it aloft. A piece of British footballing history. Not to be for Ireland tonight. This is how the Shield was won this evening. This, the first goal, which really came at the point in the match when it was scrappy, it was tight. Nothing really, in truth, was really looking like happening until this moment. A horrible one for Rhys Byrne. He's been so good in this tournament. You've really got to feel for him a little bit, unless, of course, you are of a Welsh persuasion. In which case, you won't particularly mind how the goals came. But it was Jake Morris who was on the spot to take advantage. And you've got to be in the right place. Kai Evans hoisting it up. A horrible moment for the Irish goalkeeper. And what a moment for Jake Morris. The second goal was a little bit more of a team affair. The brilliantly worked move off the set piece. Teed back by Payne, Josh Williams alert, and this is a really nice finish from Rowan Piper. Again, keeper won't want to see it again. This time it was Jack Ross in between the Irish sticks. And that's what it means. It is Wales who lift the Centenary Shields. That's how the table finished. They will have it to defend in its 50th anniversary next year. From all of us here in Carnarvon, we wish you a very good night. And we'll see you for the Centenary Shield in 2023.